Mrs. Davis here, wishing you all well, and here to share some book recommendations from West Morris Central faculty and their families.
Reading is a great escape during quarantine, vacation, anytime. It's also a great way to take a break from screens and to overcome your boredom. Mrs. Gizis has been busy reading The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls, a memoir about the author's nomadic childhood. Also by Jeanette Walls is Half Broke Horse, the story of the author's grandmother's life as a horse rancher. Mr. Geary has been busy reading science fiction. He's read the offbeat Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and science fiction classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. The Olsen family has been staying relaxed with many good books. Senora Olsen has currently been reading A Clash of Kings, the second novel in the epic fantasy series A Song of Fire. She is also rereading Un Rincón del Mundo, or A Piece of the World by Christina Baker Klein. Joanna Olsen and Mrs. Donnelly are reading their favorite fantasy series, Harry Potter. Teddy Olsen has been enjoying Scythe, a dystopian novel by Neil Shusterman. He's also read the sequel, Thunderhead, and plans on reading Toll, the third book. And Mr. Olsen has been reading The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt by Edmund Morris. Reading also gives you something to talk about with family and friends.
Hi everybody, Ms. Harrington here. Greetings from my living room couch where I love to sit and read a good book. I recently finished The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is an older book, but I just finally got around to reading it and it was phenomenal. I would highly recommend it. A really gut-wrenching story following two women during World War II and just their incredible journeys. She writes really strong, dynamic female characters. Another one by her that I've enjoyed was The Great Alone. So I would highly recommend. Let me know if you read either of them. I'd love to chat with you about them. All right, bye.
Senora Martin is reading the Stephen King thriller Under the Dome. And Mr. Reimer is reading the biography Wooden on Leadership. Mrs. Davis has recently read suspense thriller Marathon Man by William Goldman and is currently reading fantasy mystery novel The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Senora Sincota has read The Unfolding of Language by Guy Ducher. She's also read the psychological novel Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy Bandera and an apocalyptic fiction called Stations 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Since we can't go too far these days, why not travel with a book? Mr. Sonati is reading A Passage to India by E.M. Forster, and Ms. White is reading Dragonfly by Leela Maycomb, which takes place in Nazi-occupied Paris. The Kasatsky family has been reading up a storm. Mrs. Kasatsky is reading historical fiction The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and Mr. Kasatsky is reading the classic story Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Their three boys have been reading some interesting titles too. Will has been reading A Short History of Nearly Everything by humorist and science writer Bill Bryson, and Michael has been reading another Jules Verne title, The Mysterious Island, and Joey has been reading Wonder by R.J. Palacio. So what are you waiting for, Wolfpack? Find a good book, a comfy place to sit, and read. For free access to digital books and audiobooks, go to washingtontownshippubliclibrary.org, and with your library card number, download the Cloud Library app. You can also try the National Emergency Library Archive, found at archive.org. Best wishes to everyone, and always remember, go Wolfpack!